god. Oh, jeez. With all the games coming this year, we may need a top 20. We needed a top 20 for last year. Oh my god. And there were huge games that absolutely would have been on my top 10 list, that I didn't even get to last year. They're going to be next year's. Peachy's top games of 2022. Where's my camera? Okay. So, these are games that we played in 2022. These are not necessarily ones that launched in 2022. Most of them are, but not all of them. And they don't include things like in 2022, we played a bunch of Kingdom Hearts 3 with one of the PC mods. Like, we played the Riku mod in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, that doesn't really count because it's not like we played Kingdom Hearts 3 for the first time. These are like new games, like were new to me. We played Alien Isolation, but that was a replay, so that doesn't count because I had played that before. So these are like games that I played for the first time in 2022. I'm going to give big honorable mentions to a couple games here that I didn't want to put on the main top 10, but that I did experience parts of them for the first time in 2022, including like Persona 5 Royal. We finished Persona 5 Royal, the like 180-hour playthrough. We finished it in 2022, but it wasn't my first time experiencing it because we played the majority of it in 2021. I think we played that game for years. So like I didn't include it in the top 10, but definitely honorable mention for Persona 5 Royal. Absolutely loved it. Also honorable mention for Fire Emblem Three Houses, because we started playing that in 2021 and experienced one entire playthrough of the game in 2021 and then started other playthroughs. So in 2022, we did the second and third playthroughs. I only played part of it on stream. So we played a ton of Fire Emblem Three Houses in 2022, but it wasn't like my first playthrough of it. So I didn't put it on the top 10 list, but super honorable mention. That is like one of my favorite games now. I've bought merch. We still have more Three Houses to play. We have Three Hopes to play, which came out last year. So when we play Three Hopes this year, and we will play Three Hopes this year, that's going to be on the 2023, top 10 list. Huge, honorable mention for Fire Emblem Three Houses, like my favorite of the games that didn't make the top 10 list. Like if it did, Fire Emblem would be probably in the top 3 for my favorite games. Also honorable mention, which I didn't put in the top 10, even though it was technically new content, was the Kingdom Hearts Dark Road finale. Came out last year. And technically, I didn't even play that because I lost my save file, so we just watched it on thanks to Everglow's channel. That was just a whole mess. So that was new last year, and of course, it's Kingdom Hearts. It was the finale of the mobile game, the last mobile game that came out. So while I absolutely loved it, love the lore, love the whole experience around it, I didn't count it as in the running for the top 10 because of a bunch of weird reasons. So huge honorable mention for the Kingdom Hearts Dark Road finale. The last honorable mention I want to give, which is technically kind of number 11 on this list, and we played a lot more games than these 11 and the ones I just mentioned, but I wanted to give an honorable mention to Imposter Factory. That was one that I very much considered putting on the top 10, but didn't quite make the top 10. So number 11 on the list would be Imposter Factory. We played that way back in January. That is the most current game that was released in the To the Moon series, which is an absolutely incredible RPG series that I have absolutely adored every single game. One of the reasons I didn't put it in the top 10 was that I actually didn't remember a lot of it. Like when I tried to recall like what exactly happened in the story, I had a ton of trouble actually remembering it. My puppies are gonna bark, I'm sorry. So I absolutely recommend Imposter Factory if you like really emotional, like deep stories, like what's going on. And I didn't like it as much as To the Moon or A Bird Story, or I keep forgetting the name of the other one that I really loved, the second game. The one after To the Moon. That one I absolutely loved. Imposter Factory didn't make as much of an impression on me as those other two. Finding Paradise, thank you. Finding Paradise was also just absolutely amazing. This one to me was probably like my least favorite of the big To the Moon series games, but it was still an amazing experience. So huge kudos to Imposter Factory. All right, so now the top 10. Okay, so the games that we actually played on stream for the first time, new experience, and I'm so glad that there's like indie games on this top 10 list. This one might surprise you guys, but Lake, I put in my 10 slot. I think we played it over 2 days. Love that game. Did you play Lake? Lake was really charming. It's just a little indie game. It took us like 2 days to beat, but it was so charming. It had voice acting. It reminded me of like Life is Strange, because you're in this town, you go around, you kind of learn everybody's stories, you interact with them. It was extremely chill, an extremely chill, laid back game. You just like drive around your little mail cart and deliver mail and learn about the stories of the people in the town. And it was, and then at the end, like you like make this decision of like, you know, whether you want to like stay in the little town or if you want to like go back. It's one of those like, do you want to go back to the big city to your like city job, or do you want to stay at the lake in this beautiful serene place, right? Like which of your lives do you want to lead, right? And you like, you know, form relationships, and you can like, you know, find romance. And it was just like, it was very, very charming. And all of these playthroughs are on my second YouTube channel up in full, as well as highlighted here on the Twitch channel if you want to watch it with the Twitch chat. But yeah, huge props to Lake. They actually sent me a code. That's one of the reasons that I played it on stream, was that they were nice enough to send me a code for it when I asked, because I had been interested after seeing the trailer at one of the game like showcases, and it turned out to be extremely charming. So number 10 on my top 10 list. Yes, the postal worker sim. Yes, that was Lake. All right, so number 9, it's any guesses? Number 9 is a game that we played twice, I think, in 2022. And that I still have more to play. So we will definitely try to play more of this in 2023. And Danganronpa. I'm never gonna get to Elden Ring. I would love to. I'm never gonna get there unless it like wins a poll. Unless I put it on a, you know, what game do you want Peachy to play poll, which I think we're gonna have to do because we just have too many huge games right now. And if it wins, but it's like a long game, isn't it? The Oregon Trail, that we played like in the last couple weeks, is my number 9. I know, it's like kind of forgettable, right? But like, I want to play more of it. We haven't even like completed a run yet. We've played it for like 2 streams, but it's really charming. It's like, and we love playing Oregon Trail here. And it's just like, it adds so much more to like the Oregon Trail formula that we all know and love, and is just like timeless and classic, right? It adds so much more. It adds its own charm. It's got like tons to do, and it's like there's humor and there's history, and like they are like true to a lot of the like history of the times and the people and how things were. Like they don't sugarcoat certain things, and it plays really well, and we've just had a ton of fun with it so far, and I want to play more. So the Oregon Trail 2022 release, I should say, specifically, it's the Oregon Trail. Yeah, is that definitely was on my list. Definitely want to play more. Yeah, I can understand that, Green Luther, but it's like a brand new game. It's not like a remaster of the old Oregon Trail. It's like, yes, it's Oregon Trail, and it's, you know, you're still like caulking your wagon to cross the river, but like it's a completely new game from the ground up, so absolutely counts. It's a total complete remake, right? No, totally understand, Green Luther. Yeah, because I've been kind of iffy on these like I you know, didn't count the Dark Road finale, even though there's other DLC that I've put on this list, so Peachy's own rules are a little wishy-washy. All right, number eight. Peachy's number 8 game that we played in 2022, also released in 2022, is Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb, number 8. Holy heck, we did a full playthrough of this. It had Twitch integration. It was just hilarious. It played perfectly. It was a roguelite, which we love roguelites. Yes, solo, but I had so much fun with it. But like once I was done, and I think I played it like once off stream. Because there's just others that are more of my style of game that I enjoyed more, and I'm using a lot of different criteria in my own brain for this list. It's hard to say. Like, I think what's interesting is I think the top games list would be different if I said like, which of these games would I most want to replay today? Which one would I want to pick up and replay today, as opposed to others? And like, if it was that very specific category, I think Cult of the Lamb would be a lot higher. But I don't know. That's where I felt it fell on my personal top 10 games that we played. Oh, streaming adds so much to Cult of the Lamb. Just having you guys be able to like create your character. It was so much fun. I mean, we made the Orchard of Shanks, and like it was like the controls were wonderful. It was super fun. Loved Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is on your list to play after you finish your exam. Yes. Oh, you're gonna have a great time. It's so good. It's so good. I bet some of these games you're not even going to remember that we played in 2022. Surprised you how fun it was? You almost didn't play it. Wow. Man, the number of games that I like almost didn't play and then turned out to be like some of my favorite games ever is insane. All right. Number 7. My number 7 top game of 2022 was... Now, what is that? That's the Yuffie DLC. The Yuffie DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake, in the number 7 slot, was absolutely amazing. Loved it. It gave us more Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I just crave. But at the same time, it simply made me want to play more Final Fantasy VII Remake. I was like, man, I'm loving this, but like I kind of wish I was just playing 7 Remake again, right? Because you only had Yuffie, you had a party member, but you couldn't swap to him. You could only like kind of passively control him. So it was like, it was more of Final Fantasy VII Remake, but at the same time, not enough of Final Fantasy VII Remake. But like the humor was there, the graphics were there, it was incredible. It only launched, I didn't even play it until it came out on PC, because it launched initially on PS5 exclusively, and I didn't have a PS5 at the time, so I couldn't even play it when it came out. But then later in the year, it came out on PC, and so I was able to play it on PC. So like I couldn't even play it when it came out. So there was a couple things that kind of gave it a teeny bit of a sour taste in my mouth. But like it was like I said, everything I loved about Remake and more, but yet not enough. Her Moogle outfit is 10 out of 10. Yes, it was like Diet Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yes, exactly. It was like, this just makes me want more. This just makes me want more so bad. Makes me want to replay 7 Remake so badly. All right, number 6. Number 6 is in a similar vein. Final Fantasy... wait, what's the full name of this game? Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion is actually... That's the full name. Yay! I should have a, like a clapping, a cheering sound effect. So Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, the remaster of Final Fantasy of Crisis Core on the PSP. We've only played 2 sessions so far. I've played a ton of it off stream, just like grinding missions, and it's a lot of fun. It's a ton of fun to just sit and like play while I'm watching something on the side. It's a ton of fun. I really love how they rehauled the combat system. I really loved going through the story on stream, and we will finish this on stream. I plan to do the rest of the main story on stream with you guys, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm so glad that I finally get to play this this game and experience Zach's story, because I never owned a PSP, so I was never able to experience Crisis Core. So and everything looks so much better, and you know, so they really like, you know, made it look more like a current gen game. So yeah, definitely on the top 10. Really looking forward to playing more. All right, number 5. And for anybody who didn't like keep up on all the games that we played this year, I should probably specify that I did not end up ever getting last year to playing Horizon Forbidden West. I did not get around to playing God of War Ragnarok. Those are 2 games that I really, really want to play, but just did not get to them last year. Fire Emblem 3 Hopes is like at the top of my want to play list. That came out last year. Did not get around to that one. I didn't play Bayonetta 3. There was a lot of big games that came out last year that I just did not get to. So if you're expecting like, oh, you know, like I haven't been around all year, what has Peachy played? Like, this is definitely going to be at the top of her list. Well, I didn't play those. So, too many games and not enough streams to play them all. 3 Hoops. That's my number 1 want to play is 3 Hopes. I cannot wait. This is a game like we never talk about. We never finished. Like, probably will never finish, unfortunately. But I absolutely loved it. And Minesweeper. I bet this is a game nobody was thinking of. Dying Light 2! That we played with Bog. We played Dying Light 2 multiplayer with Bog. We did a bunch of sessions. I don't know how many. I want to say like 5? What did we do? 5 sessions of that game? We probably got like halfway through the game. We didn't finish it. No, we never finished it. I don't know how close to the end we were. But I adore Dying Light, and Dying Light 2 is just more of what we love. And like I would totally like finish that game. Like it's so much fun. It's basically, for those who have no idea what Dying Light is, it's zombie parkour. It's like a zombie game, but there's so many ways to move around the city, and you can basically like parkour around the whole city and go up walls and jump across rooftops, and it's so like the freedom of movement and the modes of movement in that game are so satisfying, and it's just so much fun, and like the story made me cry. Dying Light 2, this like zombie game that was just fun to play, and that I hardly remember anything of the story in Dying Light 1 and don't really remember much of Dying Light 2, but there was this like one character, this like old man died and like was like, "Tell my son I love him," and like I was sobbing. Like it was so emotional and I did not expect it. So like this game was amazing. So yes, Dying Light 2, gosh, would love to play it. Just it's one of those games that like it's I don't know, it wormed its way into my heart for some reason, and I have a fondness and an excitement for the Dying Light series, even if we never finished the second game. But number 4 is also one that you might have forgotten that we played. I think we only played, I want to say we only played this game once on stream. And then I played it a ton off stream. I forget if I think, yeah, we only played it once on stream when it launched. But then I played pretty much everything there is to play off stream. And that is Wandering Village. That's the game with Onbu. That's the game where you're riding the big giant like dinosaur plant thing. It's like post-apocalyptic, and you build your little city on the back of this creature, and he walks around and is like you're traveling with him. And the thing is, it's a city builder RTS, so you have to build your city and do all of that stuff: resource management, survival, all of the things that I love, strategy. It's all of that, but in addition to your village, you have to keep Onbu, you have to keep the creature that your village is built on the back of alive. And it's fascinating to have these different aspects of the game, because you're like, you got your village, and then you zoom out to Onbu to check on the creature, and he's like really cute, and you can like feed him snacks, and you can like pet him, so you have to keep him happy. And then you're also wandering through, I should like bring up like the Steam page. This is Wandering Village. So yeah, you're like building your city on the back of this creature here, and so you have to keep him happy. And then you're also going through like different biomes on the map, so you can like tell him like which way to go, and you'll go into like the desert, and it'll be really hot, so you have to contend with like temperature. Certain crops don't grow in certain biomes, so there's like this almost triple strategy like management that you have to go through, and he has to rest, and you have to feed him, and you unlock technologies and do research. It's really like it gives you like these different levels of strategy that you have to do at the same time. My only problem with it is it's once you figure it out, it's one of those that's kind of challenging at the start, but then once you figure out like what to build first, and like in what order and how to do things, it actually gets almost too easy. So like I desperately want like a hardcore upgrade. I've done and completed the game on all 3 difficulties, and by the time I got to hard difficulty, I knew exactly what I was doing. So it was hard and I failed a couple times, but once I got past that like failure point, I was golden and it was like easy. So that's the only problem, is I think it needs a tiny bit of balancing, and I would love to, if they haven't released already, an update or even like a DLC to make it harder. I want it to be harder. I want to play it and be challenged more. But yeah, this was my number 4. It's a little indie game by Stray Fawn Studios, and they're just so passionate about their game. I think it was their first game, and like I think they're like actually environmentalists, because it like tries to teach you like we need to be in symbiosis like with the earth and with the creatures, right? We can't just like, it's not just us, like it's the animals and it's the planet, right? So because you go through like area, like you're on here because like the earth has been filled with toxins, and so you have to like contend with like, oh, he laid down in some poisonous plants, and so now you've got poisonous plants growing and spreading on around your village. So it's really fascinating. It satisfies so much of my strategy, city building, resource management wants and needs. So fantastic. So in love with Wandering Village. I just, like I said, I want more challenge now in Wandering Village. So I'm pretty sure you guys know the top 3. It should really be no surprise. But number 3, and I actually had to like consider the order. And like I'm actually like still considering the order. So these top 3, oh boy. But I'm gonna have to give my top 3, no surprise, to Harvestella. We played it yesterday on stream. Yay, Harvestella. Wow, is this a game? Is this a little farming game that like just blew me the hell away? Like holy crap. Games that made Peachy cry. I don't think Harvestella made me cry. Harvestella, man. So I've logged about 110 hours on Harvestella. It took over. It just took over on stream, off stream. We did 12 streams to get through the main story. I've played it off stream. I continued to play it after I beat it. I'm still playing it. I'm still not done. I'm achievement hunting now in Harvestella. Amy, hi Amy. This game, like this game could really, like, the 1, 2, and 3 slots can really just be shuffled around depending on what criteria I'm talking about. Like Harvestella could, as far as like playtime and replay time and like addiction, Harvestella is number 1. Harvestella is number 1 on this list as far as like, I can't stop playing this game. I crave playing this game. Like I said, just satisfying. Now I'm doing achievement hunting post game. Like I'm done with the story. There's no more story. I finished the side quest. There's nothing left for me to do but purely achievement hunt. And I desperately want to keep achievement hunting in this game. So as far as like this, like the replay value, my like I said, addiction level, it's number 1 in that category. Absolutely. And I did not expect this game to do that. Like, it just looks like this cute little farming game, right? And it is. It's like, I don't even know if it's even the best farming game, but the way that they blended, and if you don't know what, let's see. It's on Steam, so here. If you don't know. Here's Harvestella. And so like it's so like unassuming, but it's got this just Square Enix JRPG story, like full on. It's got combat and jobs, and you level them up, and you've got all these different classes that you can do, and then you can come back and do your farm. And it's got the day system, so it's got the one more day, and oh my god, the one more day, just one more day. I tell myself just one more day, and then I play 6 more days because I can't stop. It's all of the addictiveness of Stardew Valley paired with the JRPG story and characters and combat and leveling up of a Square Enix JRPG. It's those two things blended together, and man, do I love those two genres. Man, do I love those two genres. And it plays well, and it's smooth and beautiful, and the music is unbelievable. It's so good. It's got like a relationship system. You can get married at the end of it. It's just got it all. Like, I think we were talking about this yesterday. I think the only thing it doesn't have is like a housing system. You have a house, but you can't like decorate it, craft furniture. Excuse me. The only thing that would make this game like truly complete is a like furniture crafting and placing system, so you could make your own rooms like Animal Crossing. Then it would bring in Animal Crossing as well. That's like the only thing that it's missing. Thank you, Emerald. It does have cooking. It has cooking. It has crafting. It has achievements. You go through the different seasons. You can grow different things in different seasons. I wouldn't call this game final. I wouldn't say Stardew / Final Fantasy 14 specifically. I would say Harvestella is Stardew Valley, and not even like Final Fantasy, like just the Square Enix JRPG experience is the best way I can describe it. Because it is kind of its own unique thing. But it's like the jobs you love, the classes you love, but it's got a very action oriented combat system that is challenging but not overly complicated. Kind of like Genshin Impact. Yeah. But a little more Genshin's you've got the switching characters. Yeah, I actually, yeah, that's a good comparison. That is a good comparison, is Genshin, actually. Yeah. But I would say take, like, Genshin. If you take Genshin Impact and Square Enixify Genshin Impact, if that makes any sense, and then put it with Stardew Valley. That's the best way I can describe Harvestella, and it's just been so addicting, and I just love it so much. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've like achievement hunted, even after I'm completely done with the game. There's not a lot of games that'll get me to sit and achievement hunt. I think the last one was Hades. Even after I was completely done with the story, I still wanted to get Steam achievements. I wanted to get in-game achievements. I wanted to just do more stuff. I'm still not done doing stuff and getting achievements in Hades, and I'm like 150 hours into that game. So yeah, Harvestella is the same. Genshin Fantasy Valley. That's there you go. That's Harvestella. Oh yeah, absolutely, Cal. Yeah, no, the fights, as long as you don't like wander into fights that are too tough for you, you know, like an area like that you're not ready for, and every single day that passes, you like level up. You like get stronger because you earned experience from the day. Yeah. Well, like I said, 1, 2, and 3 really can kind of change spots depending on what criteria specifically I'm talking about. But it should be no surprise that I'm gonna put Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, which came out at the end of 2021, but I played it in January of 2022. And then obviously Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. So the big ends expansions to the big two MMOs are up there in the top 3, along with Harvestella. So like I said, all 3 of those can really be swapped around depending on what criteria I'm looking at specifically. Like, I'm just not regularly playing MMOs right now. So like when I played Endwalker and when I played End of Dragons, the expansions, like I played them and then I was kind of done, right? But like that was fine, and they were both incredible experiences. They were both incredible expansions. Both of them wrapped up the like sagas, seasons, like their current stories. Both of them wrapped up. They both released like a month, 2 months, I think 2 months apart from each other, 2 or 3. Yes, no, the 0 is here. The 1 is the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary announcement event was the number 1 game of 2022. Let's be honest. No, but that no, but actually, seriously. Oh, shoot. Oh, anniversary event. Anniversary event. There. That was really my number 1. Now I messed everything up. There you go. The Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer was my number 1 game of 2022. Tamagotchi. Kingdom Hearts Tamagotchi did not make the top 10. So yes, Endwalker made me cry. End of Dragons made me cry. Yeah, no, like, let's, like, I don't want to just skim over, like, obviously Endwalker and End of Dragons were my favorite. Like, so Endwalker, oh yeah, made me cry for sure. The ending, like those last couple streams were just like mind blowing. Like the like scale and scope of like what they did and the story that they told in the game. And then the funny part is that it kind of came true in the real world with the blue bird thing. Like that was just like just the story was incredible. Like, wow, it was so good. I did not personally enjoy it as much as the story and concepts that that presented in Shadowbringers. I'm one of those people who personally enjoyed Shadowbringers better. So that knocked Endwalker, down, a quarter of a point. Just in pure comparison to Shadowbringers, and that's totally a personal thing. It's not saying like it is better. It's just my personal experience with Shadowbringers was more impactful to me than my Endwalker experience. I think personally there was a lot of like kind of like there were requests in Endwalker that I'm like, can we move on from this, please? Like, I was like the whole like thing in the past with all of those ancients, I don't even remember their names. Like that was just boring to me. I'm sorry. Like, I know people are like obsessed with those characters. I just like didn't. Maybe it's because I don't thirst for Emmett Selk, but like I would just like kind of like that whole part was. I liked learning about our little blue bird girlfriend. I forget all the names. Like I loved her, and I loved like all the things that she did and spurred on like all of, like the just everywhere that went was so fascinating. But yeah, all like a lot of it felt like filler to me. Medion, thank you. There was just a lot of, I remember there being like multiple streams where I was just like, can we get past this? I was just like, and that, again, it's 100% my personal experience. That's not saying it was bad, because people freaking loved it, right? I don't know, for some reason I didn't connect with those characters for some reason. But like once we got to all the stuff at the end, it was absolutely incredible. The oh my god, the like, I don't even want to call it fan service, even though it kind of was, but like the characters eating together, the characters eating meals together, hanging out, having drinks together, just like, you know, the character development in Endwalker was absolutely incredible. Like, I want that kind of character development in it's hard to do that in an MMO, just the way it's designed. And they just, that part of it was probably my favorite part of Endwalker, was how they brought us closer to these characters by making them feel so real. They felt so real. Like, I watched Gratia get excited over a hamburger, and I watched Ishtola, like, you know, put back some wine, and Urianger get drunk, and like, it was so, oh my god. And then like Estinian and Alfie like going, like meeting Alfie and Ali's mom, and then later on like Estinian, you know, going and having tea with them. Like, it was just like all these little moments that they could have completely skipped over, just made the characters so real and so relatable, and like you feel like you're their friend because you get to experience these little moments with them. And like, how often do you get to see characters sit down and eat together, like actually eat together? Like, it was just so charming. And then like the like when the like characters, you're in the room, you have the, everybody has their rooms, and then the characters come and you get to like choose like who comes to your room at night. Like, that was pure fan service. They did not have to do that whatsoever, and they did, and it was just like amazing. And we like watched, you know, every single one of the cutscenes, and it was just like, oh my god, like it was so satisfying, especially after so many years of loving these characters, and then getting to experience that, like, oh my god, like, it was so satisfying. Like, I want that level of like connecting with a character, and like the characters, and like the awareness, the devs' awareness of the fans and their love for the character. Like, I want that in every game I play with characters like that. Like, it makes me feel, as a fan, it makes me feel seen. It makes me feel like the devs see my love for these characters. Like, they acknowledge, and they're actually going to put dev time and work and money, because I mean, it costs them money to make these extra scenes that they don't need to do. It costs them money to make Grahatia wiggle his ears and eat a hamburger. Like, that costs actual money to do that, and dev time. That delays the release of the game because someone had to work on Grahatia eating a burger, but they did it. And, you know, Estinian jumping out the window, and everybody coming to your room at night, and all of that, those little things, the scene, you know, at the end, where everybody's getting together, and you have drinks with Thancred and Estinian and Ishtola. Like, that takes dev time and money, and they did it. And it was like, to me, it's like a thank you. It's like a thank you from the devs for loving these characters. Like, we're gonna give this little extra scene to you because we know how much you care about these characters, and we want you to connect with them because we care about them too. That's what those kind of scenes say to me as a fan, and it was just infinitely satisfying. It was so satisfying to have those scenes in Endwalker. Oh my god, yes. So that part of Endwalker, just bravo, thank you, please, can I have some more? Like, by far the best part of Endwalker. Oh man, Urianger with Brida's parents, like, all of these, oh my god. If I had remembered that storyline better, I would have been more emotional at that part, but didn't have a lot of like, you guys had to remind me. I was like, wait, who are these people? Wait, why do they have a connection? You guys had to like remind me of that, unfortunately. But like, if I would have been more connected with this whole storyline of 14, I definitely just would have absolutely lost it at that moment. But like, that was absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. Yoshi P said he was happy the community liked Zero, so I like that they laid attention to what the fans like. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent on Zero, but whatever. Who knows? She may grow on me. Hi, Magic! So, Mass Effect 3 is like that as well. Oh man, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to Mass Effect 3. That's a shame. Who knows? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. So... Oh, wow, there you go. So that's what I loved about Endwalker. Besides the whole story at the end, and the overarching story was absolutely amazing. I think Endwalker had big highs and, for me personally, big lows. Whereas I feel like Shadowbringers was, for me personally, a more like, I was just so fascinated with how they turned light and darkness upside down in Shadowbringers. Plus the music. That's the thing. The like, every single track of Shadowbringers, I was literally stopping the game and just like crying because the music was so good in Shadowbringers. Like, oh, like every piece of music in Shadowbringers like spoke to me. Like, it was so good at the end. Like, I cried like when the like 45-minute credits are rolling at the end of Shadowbringers, and like the song is playing for like the third time, like I would still cry. Like, I listen to it today and cry, like, because it's so emotional and so good, and it just, I don't know, it just like gets to my heart. Endwalker, there were songs. There's songs that I have on my playlist from Endwalker. But it wasn't this like every song speaks to me in Endwalker. Like, it had good tracks. Yeah, Tomorrow and Tomorrow is that song. I will listen to it today and cry. Yeah, Endwalker had its good tracks, but it wasn't like every track spoke to me. Like Shadowbringers was just another experience for me. So yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong, the Endwalker songs are amazing. Close in the Distance is the Endwalker one. Yeah, a great song, but doesn't make me like sob every time I listen to it, like Tomorrow and Tomorrow does. Yeah, Shadowbringers did what Light and Darkness that I hope the Kingdom Hearts series does. I would love to see the Kingdom Hearts version of the light can be bad actually, darkness can be good actually. I would absolutely love to see the Kingdom Hearts take on that concept. Oh my gosh, let's do a giveaway while I breathe before we talk about End of Dragons. So yeah, Endwalker was awesome. I love Guild Wars 2. What's to say about Guild Wars 2 Ends of Dragons? I cried a lot. It was amazing. It ended with my ship getting engaged. It was super epic. The final battle where we got to like literally become like Oreen's herald and get her powers and stuff was freaking amazing. Like the environments, like just literally jaw-dropping. So much confirmed lore, so much new lore. Oh my god, like the my favorite thing about the Guild Wars 2 series is the lore. Kynig pretty. Like Final Fantasy 14, like I know the lore like while I'm playing it, and I'll try to like understand what's going on like while I'm playing it, but like outside of game, like I have zero thought or interest in the lore of Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I have no clue about like what's going on in the greater world. Like, nor do I necessarily have interest in such a thing. But Guild Wars 2, like, in game, out of game, like at any point, I'll just start talking about the lore of Guild Wars 2. It's so fascinating to me. It's so much fun. It's so deep. And yeah, End of Dragons introduced a lot more. It answered a lot of questions. It turned things on its head. Like, I love when they introduce places like the undersea like laboratory, like where you went on the little like tram and like she's telling you about like the dragon research facility. Like, that was just like, that whole place blew my mind. Like, I think I spent like a solid 15 to 20 minutes just in the lobby area because it was so cool, and it was like so just kind of like unlike anything that we had seen in Guild Wars 2 before, and I was just like blown away. So like, that was absolutely amazing. The environments were just so spectacular. So yeah, I mean, End of Dragons, putting it at number 1, like I said, 1, 2, and 3 can kind of all be together on this list, for different reasons. And a lot of the reason for putting Guild Wars 2 at the top is just simply because it is just means so much to me, and it is so special to me. So that it's just like Guild Wars 2 is like a part of me, and I just adore it, and I love it. And like, you know, day one, you know, story release day one, I'm there. That's not like, oh, I'll let everybody else play it and then I'll play it the next day. No, like, I'm there like staying up till midnight, moment 1, playing Guild Wars 2. So it's just very, very special to me. And End of Dragons was like the best expansion that they've ever put out. It was just like, I love seeing how they continue to improve upon the game. Like, it's not just like I feel like with End of Dragons, maybe because I know a lot of the devs, it's not just like, oh, they did better than their last expansion. It's like they improved themselves, right? It's like they learned from what, like, I can feel the devs in the game. Like, I can feel their work in the game. Like you could tell the love and care and passion that goes into Guild Wars 2. Like most of these games, of course, but like, you know, like I just like I'm like something, like they knock something out of the park, and I'm just like proud of them. I'm just like, oh my god, look at this thing you created, right? And it's just a really neat feeling to kind of like feel, to know a lot of them and to like see their work in the game while you're playing it, right? And to see it be a success is just like so satisfying. So okay, so most anticipated games. Now we gotta yeah, most anticipated games. So we need a like a disclaimer here. Like, is this like games that have release dates for this year? Or is this most anticipated games that have been announced and we don't know? Like, release date or no, basically. Like, because that changes the list. The games that I haven't played yet. Because we got, like, we've got Horizon Forbidden West. We've got God of War Ragnarok. Above those, we've got Fire Emblem Three Hopes. Like, we got a lot that I are already out that I haven't played yet. Expected to release in 2023, spec wants. Okay, games expected to release. So what is the list here? We've got Final Fantasy 16, right? Is coming out. What's even coming out this year? I don't know. We've got Forspoken. Like I need a list of what is actually coming out. Breath of the Wild 2, which is Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom. We've got Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. I'm going to assume that has to come out this year. It has to come out this year. Yeah, Coral Island looks so cute. I applied for a code and I haven't gotten one, so it kind of like not that I need a code to play a game. Like I'll buy a game, of course, but like just with in the giant other list of games that I have to play. Oh my god, is Final Fantasy Rebirth coming out this year? Is it really? Is it? I'm gonna look at this list and I'm gonna add my most anticipated here. Well, these are already out. I'm gonna put my most anticipated and then we'll rank them. Alan Wake 2 is coming out this year. Okay, let's see. So which ones am I personally like excited for? Fire. I'm gonna put Fire Emblem Engage on there. Ooh, we got Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. Okay, we got Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. Let's see, Tales of Symphonia Remastered, Wild Hearts, Atomic Hearts, Like a Dragon, Digimon World, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Blood Bowl, Company Heroes 3. Man, so many of these games I've never even heard of. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Octopath Traveler 2. I didn't even play 1. I played some of 1. Destiny 2 Lightfall, Last of Us, PC, day before. Let's see. There's a giant to be announced, I'm assuming, but it's like expects to be released this year. We'll put it on there. Alan Wake 2. Yep, Pikmin 4. Hell yeah, Pikmin 4. Okay, so this is our list unless somebody else... We'll put Hades 2 on this list, just for funsies. Okay, so here's our list. So now, let's, Peachy's most anticipated of... Ooh, that's big. Of this list, Peachy's most anticipated. Okay. Guild Wars... Are we counting, like, Guild Wars 2 Living Story? Like, is that... I mean, like, I mean, we could do Guild Wars 2 Story, Final Fantasy 14, like, these patches. Like, is that... If you want to count that. Slime Rancher 2, Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, is that coming out? That's the remaster / remake of Harvest Moon on the GameCube, or at least that's where I played it. I don't know if I'll play that just because I don't know if I'll play that because I played it on the GameCube, so like it would just be the same game, right? Like I would rather play something that I've not played yet. It's not like that was one of my favorite games ever, but I have extraordinarily fond memories of that game. Okay, so of these games that expect to possibly release in 2023 this year. Wow. I'm gonna give it serious thought because I don't want to automatically put Kingdom Hearts at the top of the list because Kingdom Hearts. I'm thinking of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. Now, if KH4 was on this list, no question, that would be number 1. But Missing Link is going to be a mobile game. It's going to deal with the past. It's like Scala, old Scala era. It's going to involve Brain and I'm guessing Lushu, like some of those older, like Union Cross era characters, which I'm still, of course, excited for. It's going to give us amazing lore about the Kingdom Hearts series, so of course I'm crazy excited for that. But the actual, like, Missing Link game would not be my number one most anticipated. Let's see. I think of all of these games, the one that I am most excited to play, I think it's clearly got to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is my number one most anticipated, personally. Because, like I said, that Yuffie DLC just made me crave more Final Fantasy VII Remake. I wanted to play Final Fantasy VII Remake again because of that Yuffie DLC that came out last year. If I had no other games to play, I would replay Remake in a second. I am so excited. Remake was such a perfect, beautiful, fantastic game. The combat was so impossibly fun. The characters, oh my god, and it's just going to be even better in Rebirth. So that is my number one that I'm excited for this year, for sure. Good stuff. Oh no, are you gonna cancel me if I say the wrong thing? Kingdom Hearts always is at the top of the list. If you say, yeah, more Kingdom Hearts lore, always at the top of the list. I think the Missing Link beta in Japan is next month, I think. They're not allowed, the people who get into the beta are not allowed to, like, screen record anything, but they're allowed to talk about what they, like, what they experience, but they're not supposed to, like, screen record anything. And I think people, they might actually honor that. Like, you can't ask us, don't release it in the West and tell us the same thing. There's absolutely no way that that would be respected, unfortunately. In Japan, it might actually be respected. I've already played 2 sessions of Crisis Core, Echo Ashes, plus a ton of offline grinding. So we will definitely be doing the rest of the Crisis Core story on stream. Don't make Lox's She a beta. Lox's She who leaked KH4 on Twitter. Oh my god. Oh no, if Missing Link's coming out this year, which it needs to come out this year. It's going to be later. It's going to be like fall, winter possibly. Yeah. Okay, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, of this list, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, definitely my number one. Number 2, my most anticipated game of this year, I would say, would be... I'm going to have to go Missing Link is number 2. I'm going to say Missing Link is number 2. And if Missing Link, despite it being a mobile game, it's not because it's a mobile game. It's because it's not, quote unquote, like, it's not, Sora. Like, Sora's not in it, like, Riku, Kairi, Lee, like, not like in the current day Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't involve those characters. It involves like the Union Cross characters and the old lore and the old story. While I'm still interested in that and I still love everything about Kingdom Hearts lore, if it was, despite it being a mobile game, if it was the like Destiny trio, then it would be number 1, no question. But because it has to do with that older Kingdom Hearts lore and those characters that I honestly don't care about as much as the main crew, that is not more anticipated than an entire another Final Fantasy VII Remake game. I'm so excited to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yes, absolutely, Willow. That's going to be the exciting part, is the implications. Something in Missing Link, it's going to give us information about what's going on in the current story. That's what it always does. That's what Dark Road did. That's what Union Cross did. That's what anytime they've gone to the past, that's what Birth by Sleep did. It definitely has connections and implications and changes our view of what is going on in the current story. Absolutely, 100%. But as far as like playing the game, like everything that playing the game encompasses, yeah, I like I said, I really want to, I'm like almost trying not to put Kingdom Hearts first just because Kingdom Hearts, but like, yes, I'm gonna be like screaming the day Missing Link comes out. But yes, 7 Rebirth, I'm just impossibly excited for the gameplay experience, how beautiful everything is. You know, just I love the way the characters interact with each other in Remake. So I'm so excited for the experience of playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I think the most. Okay, after that, I'm going to say, I think I got to put Tears of the Kingdom at number 3. I loved Breath of the Wild. And while the Zelda franchise it doesn't have the deepest lore, I'm sure if you look into it, it like goes crazy deep. Of course, you got the whole timeline thing and everything. But I'm not necessarily into that. I very much take the Zelda franchise kind of at face value. I love watching videos about like the timeline and stuff like that. Like it's very interesting. But I don't like personally go like super deep into the Zelda lore. But Breath of the Wild was so much fun to play, and I just expect Tears of the Kingdom to be more of that. And I'm very excited for it because I think I played Breath of the Wild for like 150 hours. That was one that after I defeated Ganon, I just kept playing. I kept finding temples, I kept unlocking stuff. It was so much fun to play on stream. It was so much fun to play casually. Absolutely loved it. Excuse me. That too, true story. You have to realize that about Missing Link as well, is it's not like gonna be a complete game, a complete story on launch. Like it's gonna be like the other mobile games where they're slowly feeding us lore and story over time, right? Absolutely, it's gonna be that. So that too, it's not like day one we're gonna have our minds blown, right? Probably not. There's gonna be cool stuff in there, but there's not gonna be like, you know, like the finales of the other mobile games were. It's not going to be like that crazy lore. I'm going to put Hades 2 next. I think like if I had to choose which one of these games, I think it would be Hades 2. Because I know it's going to be addictive. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be just a just incredible game, right? Yeah, same, Willow. That's why I fell so in love with Kingdom Hearts. That's why Sailor Moon is you know, my lifelong love. It's the characters, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hazbin Hotel, and like all of my favorite series are my favorite series because of the characters. Hi, Dallas. My goodness. So I'm gonna put Pikmin 4 next because I just adore the Pikmin series. I love it so much. It's so much fun. I've played the first 3 games. I've played the first game twice. I love Pikmin. It's just like, those little guys are special to me. I haven't played the mobile game. There's a Pikmin mobile game, but it's one of those where you like walk around, and which I don't do much. So I haven't played it. I hear it's really fun though. Oh my goodness. I'm making Spec wanted me to do my most anticipated games list of games that are probably maybe expected to come out this year. Thus why like Kingdom Hearts 4 isn't on here. So we're trying to see what my most anticipated games are for this year. And ones that come out this year, not including games that I'm looking forward to that like are already out that I haven't played yet, because there's a big list there too. That would be interesting to go to my to-play games list. I would say next would be... I'm so intrigued by Alan Wake 2. Because I loved Alan Wake 1, but man, was it weird. It was like this really niche, weird experience that, like, captivated me. Theater Rhythm's so weird because it's a rhythm game. It, like, doesn't fit on this list. I feel like that's like a separate thing. I'm gonna say, man, Fire Emblem would be up there if I knew anything about any of the characters. Like, I'll play it and fall in love with everyone, but right now I don't know or care about any of the characters, which makes it so tough because I Fire Emblem Three Houses is like one of my favorite games. I'm gonna have to put Alan Wake 2 next, just because, once again, and I don't even know if, like, well, I'm assuming Alan Wake, you play as Alan Wake again because it's his game, right? Again, because I already know the characters, it's a world I already know, like, I've already played a game, it's a sequel, like, I mean, all of these are sequels, right? So I'm way more excited for sequels of games that I know I love than brand new games with brand new characters. Obviously. So I have to put Alan Wake 2 next. The older Fire Emblem games, I would love to, it's just time. Oh my god. Kingdom Hearts 4 will come out at the same day as Rebirth. Jeez. Or the Final Fantasy VII remake game. Shoot. Walk around only for Kingdom Hearts, right? Because that's what Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is it's a game where you walk around. Although that's not going to be required, they said. You can just sit in your house on your butt and play it. But I'm assuming maybe you'll be able to get stuff faster, or you'll be able to get different items or something. If you walk around, there will be some special perk to actually getting off your ass and moving around. Or, you know, of course, paying money. So I'm gonna walk more than I've walked in the past 3 years when Missing Link comes out, man. Yeah, Fire Emblem games are really long. Yeah. I think after that, like I said, Theater Rhythm is so weird. I think I'm gonna put Theater Rhythm just because it's gonna be one of those, like, really fun, like, pick up and play. Just pick up and play for like, you know, an hour and then put down. Like, it's just, I love games like that. I love games that it's just like, it's like Harvestella. I could pick it up and play for an hour, intend to play, you know, let's just do 1 or 2 days, and then 18 days later, you know, but, like, it's one of those pick up and play. It's like Melody of Memory, right? It's, like, super fun. It's the music that you love. Yeah, very much Melody of Memory-esque, so always excited for a rhythm game. It Engage looks to be a single campaign, unlike Houses or Hopes. That's what I figured, yeah, that they wouldn't kind of do that twice in a row. Yeah. But of these three, Forspoken comes out. Forspoken and Engage come out, like, in a couple weeks, right? Those ones are, like, these two are, like, on the cusp of release. I think if I had to choose one of these games to play, like, you need to pick up one of these 3 games right now and play, I think I would choose Fire Emblem Engage. Just because, like I said, I already love a Fire Emblem game, even though these are brand new characters. I know I'm gonna love it because Fire Emblem. Like, I understand now why everybody loves the Fire Emblem series. This one's tough. I can't believe putting Final Fantasy 16 so low on the list. But, like, the trailers do not engage me. I'm more excited for Forspoken than Final Fantasy 16. I really am. That's Final Fantasy 16 is not. It looks very serious. It looks very. Not that that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing whatsoever. It's just such a departure from, like, I mean, look at Final Fantasy 15. And then look at 16, and it's, like, so different. Yeah, I think this is, I think, there you go. Most anticipated games. Will we play all of these games in 2023? Probably not. But we'll play a bunch of them. Right, Square hasn't sold me on the group of characters in your party. Exactly. I'm like, where's the Prompto? Where's, like, the, Riku? Where's the Waka? Where's the fun characters? Like, there's, I think from the trailers, and I don't think I've seen them all, of 16, I think the thing that's going to get me the most is the relationship between main guy and the kid. I don't even know. Are they brothers? I don't even know. But, like, the last trailer had, like, some serious emotion between the two of them. Like, older brother will protect younger brother at all costs. And like, ooh, boy, is that a character trope that I love. So I think that's going to get me more than anything in 16. Play all the games or die trying. That's right. I have not played the Forspoken demo. I've heard it's good. Yeah. Clive and Joshua. There you go. See, I didn't even know their names. There's a dog in the party? I knew there was a dog, and I know you could pet it. He's in the party? Haven't been happy with a single-player Final Fantasy game in a long time. Wow. Didn't like 13 or 15 at all. 15 had serious problems, but it's one of my favorite because characters, and it was really fun to play. Man, did the story and the pacing and stuff have its issues. But man, like, did I cry at the end? The photography, like, aspect, like what it did right, it did really, 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 really good. And what it did wrong, I wish I could just, like, take out of the game, right? 15 was clunky. It was clunky, but it was so endearing. And the DLC, oh my god, the Ignis DLC. The Ignis DLC alone. Oh my god. I know, Talus, man, right? No, we're going to do sometime this month. All right, listen, this month we're going to play catch up. We're going to play the Peach Market games. We're going to play catch up with, like, Crisis Core and the end of Fire Emblem, Three Houses. We got a bunch of little games that we have to, like, just kind of wrap up, right? We got a lot of wrap up to do. And sometime this month, we're gonna do a poll. We're gonna take, like, 5 games that I desperately want to play and have you guys vote on which game to play. And whichever one loses, I will resign to not play on stream. I will just play it in my own time. Maybe I'll do, like, a no-cam evening stream, like, or maybe I'll stream the ending or something, because that's the most exciting part, right? Maybe I'll stream, like, the ending of it. But I gotta knock some of these off the list and resign to not playing them on stream, or I will literally never play them because I'm saving it for stream, right? So I think that's how we're gonna do it. The top one we will play, and then the bottom one I will not play on stream. Don't vote for 13. So we have a week of Peach Market games, just a week, 5 days. I think we have 4 full streams and then a half and half. Yeah, so we don't have, like, a whole month of them this time. I really limited it. Yeah. Sea of Stars. Yeah. I know, but then it's like, what games to put on that list, right? What games to put on the list for you guys to vote for, and then being scared for one of them to be the game that loses, right? Oh my gosh. Games Peachy's planning on streaming. I know, and then we've got this list. And then we've got this list. The current playing is always changing. But yeah, so then we got like, these are like the older games that I would love to play. Like there's a bunch of Final Fantasies I have to catch up on. A lot of the games that we just mentioned, but like I've never played Twilight Princess. I've never played Final Fantasy 12 or 13. I would love to play the Half-Life games. I would love to play the Devil May Cry series. Skyward Sword I've never played. Xenoblade 3 everybody keeps saying is just absolutely amazing. I want to play the new Sailor Moon Another Story translation. So, you know, it's never ending. It's never ending. Sea of Stars looks like a classic JRPG. Ooh. I don't think I've seen anything about that. Take the ones from this list that aren't new releases, and there's the poll. Interesting. Interesting. So then we keep pushing back Forbidden West, Ragnarok, Three Hopes. Yeah, that's really, I'm waiting for Twilight Princess on Switch. Or like when they released Skyward Sword, was it a, because that's on Switch, right? Was it like a remaster? That's what we need for Twilight Princess. Right. Well, I actually don't even have a Wii anymore. I used to. I gave my Wii to my sister. Twilight Princess, I think, launched on Wii U, but then it was also released on the Wii. Yeah, we got a remaster on the Wii U. We'll do another remaster, do a remaster for Switch. Which is so weird because Skyward Sword, they did like for the anniversary, for the Zelda anniversary, they did like a like a 3-pack of games or something. It was like Ocarina of Time and it wasn't, and Skyward Sword was in there. You could play Skyward Sword on Switch, right? Which is weird. And then but you can't play Twilight Princess. Oh, Twilight Princess was on GameCube and Wii. It launched for Wii, but it was also on GameCube. Oh. And then the Wii U version was a re-release. Oh, okay. RJ! Okay. Right, just make it available for the Switch. And then Skyward was a remaster. Well, I hope they're working on a remaster for Twilight. That would be amazing. I don't have enough time to play these games because we sit here talking about playing these games instead of actually playing them.